Okay, what we have here is a drive or a Devilbiss Scout battery. You have the Scout 3, Scout 4, also the Spitfire, and it's very similar to the Venture battery box. This particular one is the large version that has the 18 amp hour, which can be upgraded to 22 amp hour. You can see that it's a little bit taller. This box is about 7 inches tall. The smaller box would be about 5 inches tall. So this box here will take the 18 amp hour. As you can see, it fits in that space, whereas the 12 AH box that can take 14 amp hour is wider at the bottom and not so deep, so it'll probably cut off about there and be a little bit wider to be able to take that battery. Obviously this is the bottom of the battery that sits into that cavity. One battery will not fit in the other box, so if you've got the big box you want the 18s, which can be upgraded to 22s. If you've got the small box then you want the 12 AH, which can be upgraded to 14 AH. Both of those options offering more miles per charge. Let's say you have the large box and you need to change the batteries. We generally start by checking the voltage, so we know where we stand. They're good batteries in here anyway, so I'm just going to go through the procedure. We use a cheap multimeter, 6 or 7 quid. We use loads of them. They're always lying about. We've got much better ones downstairs, but for this purpose it's fine. You can see that this battery has got two 12 volt batteries and they're connected in series to give you 24 volts. So on this tester I'll be setting this to 200 volts because it's over 24, and I'll just check the voltage. What have we got here? We got just shy of 26 volts, fully charged batteries. But this is where we go. This is where we start, so we know what we're doing before we start. Now, to change these batteries in this box, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 holes. I'll just turn it up a second so you can possibly see those a little bit better. Now, down the bottom of each one of these holes is a screw. Now, the screwdriver you want is just a Phillips with a PH1 bit on the end. This one is obviously extremely long. You don't need anything as long as this. The way I generally do it with these taller batteries is because they're a bit heavy and the box, well, they're a bit flimsier than some of the others. It's probably easier to take the 4 inside screws out. Then if I show you what I will do, I'll turn it as it on its bottom as it should be, and then I'm just going to hang it off the edge so I can get to the 2 outside ones. Makes it a lot quicker and a lot easier. They are quite heavy. I mean, this is what, 13 kilos, the box with the batteries in it, thereabouts, so it's no lightweight. You can see it's relatively simple, relatively easy to change them over in this way. And then once the lid's off, you can see what we got inside. So we have 2 batteries. These are actually 22s. They got the screw down rather than the screw through, which this one is. The screw goes through, this one goes straight down. Not really an issue. Instead of going through, they're going down. The 22s are obviously going to give you more miles per charge than the 18s, so it's an upgrade. Swap the batteries over one at a time. So do one battery, do the two, put it back in, red to red and black to black. If you do both batteries at the same time, you stand a chance of messing up the cables, and it just isn't worth it. Do one at a time and you can't go wrong. Now, whilst we've got this box open, we can have a look inside. The red and the black closest, there will be a circuit breaker between the two batteries. Now this is actually, on this box, is running from here down to the circuit breaker, which is on the front, the little thing that you can push in, and back to that battery. So that's breaking there. Now the power that is running down into your scooter is coming from here as the positive, and it's got a fuse in it, which is just a blade fuse, 40 amps. It actually looks like one of those. This one isn't 40, this one is 10, but it's just a blade fuse. You would get it from Halfords. I mean, I have seen them in Tesco's and places like that. 20, 30 pence, 40 pence, not a lot of money. It's unlikely for this particular fuse to go. It would normally be the circuit breaker, and you can just press the button in and redo the circuit. There is another fuse in here on the charging circuit, and this one is 5 amp. Now, as the charger can come in through the charging port, through the positive, and before it gets to charge the batteries, it goes through a fuse just to protect it from the charger, or vice versa, and keep that protected. So you've got one to protect the scooter, one to protect the charger. Probably unlikely for any of them to go, but if you've got a stage where your charger's not working and you know you've got good batteries in, it could well be that fuse there on the charging circuit has gone. If your charger's functioning, you can see there's a light on there, it's plugged into the wall. If the charger doesn't change when you plug it in, I see that one there just changed to red. I'll do that again. Nice green. And it changes when you plug it in. If it doesn't change, then the charger is not seeing the batteries. So it could be that fuse. What else? Obviously, these are the 18s. You've got round terminals. If you've got the smaller box and you've got the smaller batteries in it, then they're just going to have a terminal more like this to push on. So they will just push on rather than screw through, which can be a bit more convenient. But again, one battery at a time makes things a hell of a lot easier to do like that. Then all you need to do is put the screws back together, reverse the procedure, turn it back over, tighten everything up, and you should be raring to go. Remember to charge the batteries before you stick it on the scooter. Again, if you use the procedure where you can see with the lights changing, then you'll be much better off. Quite often, if a set of batteries are very flat, it's possible that the freewheel lever might have clipped over on the scooter, or perhaps you didn't even realise it when you're trying to push it home. So that might be a reason if you've got an issue once you put the box back on the scooter. Apart from that, it's quite a simple procedure. If you can't use a screwdriver, or you have issues, or you'd rather not do it, we can arrange for a collection of your box, put new batteries in it for you, and put it, and then send the box back to you. It takes probably 2 days worth of travelling to get this done, and as long as the box gets back to us first thing in the morning, we'll probably turn it around same day. The information for that and the batteries for this scooter will be on the descriptions or on our website. That's about it. Can you please subscribe to our video so we can keep doing this? Thank you very much. Goodbye.